Howdy all, this is Shane. Just thought I'd give you an update on why my channel is a little slow at the moment. Basically stopped buying gear. Kind of dawned on me the other day, or maybe a month or so ago, that I don't really need to have as much gear as I actually have to play the music I play, and to really just enjoy good music. I found owning 5 different overdrive pedals is really of no value, where pretty much they all sound the same. So I've kind of hit this fork in the road with gear at the moment, and I'm quite happy not buying anything. Actually, I've sold a lot of my amps, I've sold some guitars, I'm selling some more. I'm also going to sell my 335, left-handed 335, and my white Strat, which you've seen. I sold my Les Paul. I'm decking out my Telecaster with some new pickups, which is cool, and that should be done soon. And I'm keeping my Vox amp and my Blues Deluxe, the tweed one, or the tweed covered one, or whatever, and that's it. I'm going to get rid of everything else. So I'm actually looking forward to clearing the clutter. I mean, I had a spare room full of crap that hardly got used, so just don't feel the need for it anymore. And last night I had my Strat and my Vox amp, the one with the fat 50s, and it sounded magic, and I had no pedals. Although I could sort of have it turned up loud, which was a bonus too. So it really just sounded awesome. So yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe I'm just going to be playing Strats and Tallies now, and I can get the sound I want out of those things really easily. Like, there's literally like no need for any of the tweaking on the amps. I just plug them in and turn them up, and with the amps I've got, they sound good. I pretty much don't want to fiddle around anymore. I'm sort of sick of it, and all the bullshit that comes along with what pedals can do and how they sound, and how one green pedal is different to another green pedal, and why that pedal's $150 more. It's all bullshit. Like, you can pay $49 for a pedal that sounds exactly the same as one that's revered as one of the best of all time, and it's like $300 or whatever, however amount of dollars, well, in Australia anyway. It's unnecessary to have more than one Strat. Given if you only play Strats and you want two, and you want one with a humbucker or whatever, cool. But to have 3 Strats that are identical to each other and just have different colors, it's like unnecessary, man. I'm done with it. So I got rid of my Highway 1 Strat, I'm getting rid of my white one, and I'm keeping my really nice 50th anniversary one, which my friend Rick changed the pickups in, and that thing's like a ball terror. So time to ditch buying all this unnecessary stuff and have one good amp and two good amps. One that's a bit bigger and another one which I can add an extension box to, and I'm done. Like, I don't really need any more than that for what I do. It's just, I've had 23 amps in the last 10 years. It's not good. I've had everything from Fender amps to Carlsbro and custom Vox. I've had a lot of Fender amps. I've had a Fender Twin, DeVille, a Yorkville Trainer, or Trainer, whatever they're called, those Canadian amps, and it's alright. Yeah, so I've tried a lot of amps, and I always come back to the Fender combo. Always. That and the Vox amp, to my ear, are the best 2 amps I've had, and I've had so many of them. Like, I've had 3 PV Bandits. Like, how many of them do you need? Kind of sick thinking about it. Fucking, what a waste of money. Yeah, I've had a PV Delta Blues, which was a decent amp. I liked it, and it really worked well with the 335 to a point. Did it sound any better than how the Vox sounds with the 335? No. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking the 335 is going to go. I can't get the sound I want out of it, or the sound that's in here, out. But when it comes to my Strats and Tallies, it's really easy, and I love the feel of them. So I think those 2 are going to be my main guitars. One will have noiseless pickups, and the other one will have standard single coils. And I'm keeping my acoustic guitar, which I use from time to time, and my left-handed bass, which I don't use that often, but I'm going to keep a hold of that because it comes in handy. And yeah, I sold my bass rig, whole bunch of effects pedals. I must have sold like 15 pedals in the last 2 months. It's just unnecessary stuff, you know. The other day I walked into a music store, and the two biggest, well, I guess biggest music stores in Australia recently sort of, you know, joined forces or whatever, Allen's and Billy Hyde's. And I was walking around that shop just thinking how unnecessary and how overpriced all of that shit is. Like, it made me sick, like seeing a pedal I could import from anywhere overseas for less than half the price. It was just ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not going to be buying a lot more stuff unless something breaks or it gets stolen, or hopefully it doesn't. But yeah, I'm clearing out all my gear. I'm keeping what I need for the music I play, and the rest can go. And no more doubling up on pedals and all that kind of shit. I'm just going to get rid of all of it and just have the bare essentials, and in some cases just one backup, you know, like a tuner, second tuner or something. Yeah, I'm not going to be making any big amp purchases in the next foreseeable future. I'm going to be buying one little amp for recording purposes, and it's a 7-watt one. I'm going to buy it for a friend. I'll put a video up about that later. With the exception of that, I've sold way more stuff in the last few months than I've felt like I needed to buy, which is great. So all these boutique pedals and crap that really are no different to anything else out there, don't worry about it. Get a good amp, get a good guitar. I think I need to work on my playing, and that's a better focus than sort of working on like which thing to buy next to help me play better, because that doesn't work. So if I can offer anybody any sort of experience, it's not to get suckered in by the amount of shit that's in shops. It's sort of like a great way to stay in debt. I'm sick of paying back or paying for gear that sits in a spare room. I'm keeping what I use, and anything else that sits around, friggin', it's gone. I'm gonna get rid of that shit now. So yeah, it's a good feeling. So I'm almost down to what I want to keep. Like I said, I got rid of a lot of stuff. The last of it will be my 335 and my white Strat. You know, that white Strat's been overseas twice with me. I got it in Texas, and then I had a problem, so I swapped it in San Francisco, and then it came back to Melbourne with me, and then I took it to Chicago, and it's been everywhere. It's you know, it was a great guitar. It was on my last album. I just don't see the need in having that anymore. Like when I've got another Strat that's much better. Or not even why play a guitar that's not as good, but why have two guitars that are essentially the same. I mean, given one's got noiseless pickups and the other one doesn't, I can see, like I said, I can see why that's something that would make a difference to where you're playing and all that. But I mean, once the noiseless go in the Telecaster, that's it. I'm sort of done. So I won't be reaching for the white Strat anywhere near as much as I'll be reaching for the Telecaster. So it feels good, you know. I've cleared out so much stuff, so much space, both the shed and the spare room. So it's yeah, it's stuff that will find a better home and someone that wants it. But yeah, I'm done. I'm absolutely done with buying stuff that I don't use, or that I think I'm going to use that's no different to something I already have. There's a lot of that out there, so don't get suckered into spending a ridiculous amount on a pedal or a, you know, I reckon guitars are worth their money. Like, I'm going to have my Tele and my Strat as long as, you know, as I'm playing music. Those two are the keepers. They've always been the keepers. And I, you know, when I got my 335, I thought that was a keeper. I really did, but the more I play and the more I find the sound that motivates me in here to express myself, I don't hear that out of my Gibson. I've heard it maybe twice, and it's frustrating because I love the way that those guitars look. I love the way that they can sound. I just don't like the way they sound when I play them. So I've tried so many amps, I can't get that sound that I want. So it's going to go, and someone who knows how to use them will get it straight away. And last night was a great example of, you know, no matter what I've done with the 335 in the past, all I did was plug my Strat into the Vox and turned it up, and it was the best tone. Like, it was so good. I just want that effortless, good tone. That's it. None of this other bullshit. I'm going to still use pedals, but not anything more than if I really need to. Good learning curve for 2011. That's my 2 cents. Catch ya.